Praise be to God. Revelation chapter 3, verse 21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame, and am set down with my Father in his throne. Praise be to God. In this verse, clearly, obviously, we see, to him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne. In other words, that throne belongs to overcomers. And to all the 7 churches, it was said to overcome. He that overcometh. Praise be to God. So here we see overcoming life is a very important part of Christian life. So there's a difference between holy and overcoming life. Holy life, you preserve your life. But overcoming life, when there is a test for your holiness, there's a trial for holiness. And when you overcome the trial, the temptation for that holiness, righteousness, then you become overcomers. Good example is Eve. She was holy. She was free from nature of sin. But when the serpent tempted her, she fell. So she could not overcome the temptation. She could not maintain the righteousness, right relationship with God. So, though she was holy, but she was not an overcomer. Praise be to God. So, we have to overcome our enemy, all enemies. So we can divide the enemies into 2 groups. One is internal enemies, the other is external enemies. Internal enemies are, we call heart and mind, the flesh, which is working against us. And external foes, world, devil, all the system, all the ways of the world. Praise be to God. So here we see, first we have to overcome the internal foe in order to overcome the external foe. So if we are defeated inside, then we cannot overcome the foe that is outside. Good example is Israelite when they went to make war with Ai city, though it was very small, yet they were defeated because Achan took some cursed thing and kept or hid in his tent. So that caused defeat. They could not stand against their enemy because of the cursed thing with Achan, the hidden thing of Achan. So because he was defeated inside, so they also were defeated outside. So God said, unless you remove the cursed thing from among you, I will not be with you. You cannot overcome the enemies. So that's why it's a very important thing for us. Our hidden life must be pure and holy in order to overcome all our external enemies. So when we see Daniel, he was inwardly upright and holy. In Daniel chapter 6 verse 3, 4 and 10, we see how he was inwardly righteous and faithful. And verse 22, we see how he had victory over the lions. The lion have no power over him because innocency was found. Praise be to God. So, even Jesus emphasized the inner purity. That's why Jesus, in Matthew chapter 23, verse 26, he told the Pharisees, woe unto you. And he said, first cleanse your inner parts, the inner platter, before you show righteousness outwardly. And we see how the Pharisees were outwardly, they were righteous, but inwardly full of iniquity. That's why Jesus called them hypocrites. We're not clean inside. So, if we are not clean inside, then we are defeated internally. Internal flesh and all unsanctified characters have overcome us, and if the flesh and unsanctified characters overcomes us, then we cannot overcome the external enemy, that is Satan and the world. Praise be to God. So we have to really give importance. If we want to overcome all the enemies, external enemies, first we have to really purify ourselves, keep our heart pure, our mind pure, and blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. So those who are pure in heart, they will overcome all things, and they will be worthy to see Jesus, and see Jesus at His coming. Praise be to God. So let us all really give importance to the inner cleansing, inner sanctification, inner purity, so that we can become overcomers. Praise the Lord.